Hello YouTube, this is Wolfox Gaming here, bringing you a quick tutorial on how to make high definition renders of Minecraft worlds and how to import Minecraft worlds into Cinema 4D as a model. So the first piece of software you will need is JMC to OBJ. I'll put a link to this in the description. So for this, all you do is you select which world you want to do. I'm going to do this one, and you load it. And it gives you a nice overview map of the entire world, and it'll load depending on where I move. So I'll try to find someone's house. So there should be a house around here. So this program basically converts Minecraft worlds into .obj files, which are waveform files, which you can use to load into any modeling program pretty much. But so I guess this is how to export to OBJ, but this tutorial is specific for Cinema 4D, so I'm going to copy. Let's just do this selection here. So this should be good, and I'll export it. So when I go to export, I have to first export textures, and it's important that you have alpha channel selected. And you just hit Minecraft, and this is going to go in your downloads. I believe it's doing it right now. Yep. And then for export options, I'm going to have it. Okay, these are pretty much default settings, I'm pretty sure. I have the files named to Minecraft World, .obj, and material. You will also need a plugin for Cinema 4D to import the materials without having to edit them yourselves. Otherwise you have to drag the textures in, but I'll show you how to do that in Cinema 4D. So it's exported the textures. Now I'm going to export the world, and this will take a little bit. It's going fast because I chose a small selection. So this is going into my downloads folder. Here are the textures that it just outputted from Minecraft. You can also use texture packs, as you might have saw in that program. So I believe this is almost done. Yes, okay, it is done. So we can close this and open Cinema 4D. Now the plugin we will be using is called Riptide Pro. I'm using a demo version right now, but you can pay for it, and I'll link the page where that is. So you just import OBJ, leave all these settings default, and then you find the object. And now this is going to take a while, and it will probably strain my computer while it's doing it, but because it has to load all the textures. And here we go. Okay, so it's imported it, and you can't see it yet, but there it is. So over here you have the selection, and it's all textured, but the textures need a few modifications first. So if you want these to look normal or more Minecrafty than realism, you select all these textures and change the sampling in the materials to none instead of MIP, because MIP mapping will make it smooth, and you want no sampling or sampling. And if you want to, you can even go into the alpha for some of these materials and change it to normal mapping, but that doesn't matter that much. So once all these textures are imported, another thing that for some reason these are darker is because this mix mode is set to multiply. So with all the textures selected, change this to normal, and it will lighten up the colors as soon as it renders out. Yeah, okay. So all these colors are normalized now. And for high definition water, what you can do is if you hit create by the materials and hit load material preset, go to light, materials, liquids, deep blue, it will give you this nice water material, and this is Cinema 4D R15, by the way. Then you would go, the easiest way to do this is by finding water, deleting it so that it's not textured down there anymore, and you can also find flowing water and do the same. So the two textures are deleted. They will make question marks up here in the top right, because they're missing textures. There's one. So it's going to immediately change all moving water. And now I just have to find regular water, which would be this other question mark here. Make sure you drop it on the right square, otherwise you could have problems. And to make this look nice, you can also create a new floor, and the floor will basically cause it to be an ocean all the way around the build, so that it appears that you're in the middle of an ocean and your build doesn't just cut off at certain points. But if you do this, it's important to use stone first, except move it down a little bit, and then create another floor with the ocean so that it appears, also that's kind of a seamless connection, because if there's water already involved and there's depth underneath the water, the transparency of the water will make it appear to be void underneath the water, and it's not really what you want. So another thing you can do is change your render settings, and I'll do this from the beginning. I already have a preset for it, but the way you do it is you go under Effects, Ambient Occlusion, Effect, Global Illumination, Effect, Object Glow, and then change your output size to 1920 by 1080. This can be bigger if you wanted to, but this is as HD as I output to. I don't feel the need. And then you save a file to, say, your desktop, and you name it render, I guess. And you want to make it PNGs, because PNGs are lossless in quality. Now that that's saved, you can pretty much go ahead and render it out. You can do a render preview to see it really quick, but you won't be able to see anything because you need a sky, which basically gives all the lighting. I'm going to get in a nice angle here. It's about midday where I am, so it's going to automatically set to midday, so you can change the time. I'm not going to change my city because... Okay, so this should be good. Let's give this a render. So, basically with that... Oh, geez, that's really high quality. One thing you might want to do in Global Illumination, change that irradiance cache to the record density to low. Change this to irradiance cache legacy. These to low. And then that can stay medium. And that'll make it easier on you, because before it was really fine-tuned. And I mean, if you have a beast of a computer, feel free to do that, but if you want to just do a quick render and your computer's not that strong, go ahead and just do a standard or a low quality. Well, it's not low quality, it's just less samples basically. And this is going to render out. But each four of those squares are my CPU cores, all working together, and along with my GPU. That's just techie stuff that isn't necessarily important. But if there's anything else you guys need help with, feel free to leave a comment. You can also change these individual textures down here to anything you want. If you want to use custom blocks or something, you can also apply their textures to other things, as you saw me do with stone to the floor. You can also illuminate certain blocks like glowstone or torches by adding a luminance tag under the material editor, and that'll create virtual lighting. And if you do that on glass, it makes it so you can see it through, and it looks really nice. But this is gonna render out. What else? I don't think there's much else to talk about. When you select a part for render, make sure that it's, well, if it's a really big file, your computer's going to strain to load it. This is a relatively small section that I chose, so it's not going to be as bad. But this is about it's about it, really. As it gets through different sectors where there's lighting and where there's not shadows and stuff like that, it's gonna go faster. If you guys want any other tutorials on, say, animation or other rendering, feel free to ask. Also, a note on mip mapping: if you leave mip mapping on, things will look really nice from far away, and they won't look like the glass looks really nice on the house right there. But it does not. But if close up, it looks really bad, and it's advised to use no sampling, or yeah, because it up close, if it's sharp, it looks really nice. So that's about all there is to it. Thank you guys for watching.